by the Faculty of Economics and Political Science in Cairo University. The activity introduces the British political system, culture, and history. The student activity has been going on for some years now. This year's model sought to find the impact of the British House of Commons on the Arab world and Egypt in particular. The model also seeks to create awareness among students towards the most important current issues in the political arena. And we're very delighted to have with us Mr. Mohamed Saed Abbas, who's going to talk to us in detail about this important particular in Cairo University. Good evening, Mr. Abbas.
Good evening. I'm so honored to be here with you on Nile TV.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, I'd like to ask you about this year's different than previous years, because I understand that you have participated in other models as well. So would you tell us more about that?
Yep, I have participated in the other models, and actually last year I was in the model of the British House of Commons as a delegate. I was taking the sessions. I learned more about the political system and the economical system in the UK. Also, I got so much skills, presentation skills, debate skills, and I really enjoyed it. So we got like more learning with very fun. And in the previous year, or in this year, we got more passionate people, more commitment people, and they are very hard workers. And we have like the British ambassador representing the young Egyptian in front of the British ambassador, and we have like so much fun with it.
Right, Mr. Abbas, some of the issues discussed in your sessions were about the right of voting. Tell us about the importance of the right of voting and the pros and cons when the people who are voting are not aware enough of whom they are voting for, or aware enough of democracy, aware enough of the political rights. I mean, the pros and cons of voting. Are you as students and as people participating in that event aware enough of recognition of the importance of the right of voting?
Actually, the right of voting is one of the basics rights in the democracy. As a student, we got the idea to be more participate in this because that's our essential right that will affect our future, and we must choose the right people to lead us, know the program, know about the political system as a whole, and also know the politician thoughts and the backgrounds of them. So in the model of the British House of Commons, we discussed the right of voting in the Human Rights Committee. It was a very essential topic. We got like so many students to get the idea and the more awareness about their rights and their sessional rights.
Now, how does the session work? Like, tell me more about the system and how it works.
Our sessions are on Fridays, so we do not just get across with the study. It will be like for 4 hours. We got the academic topic. It is all about the UK system. Also, it is we got the skills board. We have the presentation skills, the debate skills, the negotiation, the interview skills. Then we have like the fun part, the games, because it's just like Friday, and we don't need to be more like a burden on the student. We learn more about the academic topics of the UK related for each committee.
Right. What committees did you divide yourself in able to reflect the causes that you're calling for?
Okay. In the model of the British House of Commons, we got 5 committees. The first one is Home Affairs. Is related to the Homeland Security and fighting terrorism. I was the chancellor of this committee. The other committees we got Foreign Affairs is related to the relation with UK from outside the European Union particularly. Also we got the Education Committee is all about the private schools and the public schools in Egypt in the UK. Then Treasury Committee is all about the economical stats in the UK and the relation with other countries like the European Union. And last but not least, the Human Rights Committee is all about the human rights and how we can participate and practicing them.
Now they are all related to the UK, but for you as a student, do you feel that it can benefit you in terms of dealing with Egypt? Did you find that there were common topics or topics that could be modified to suit dealing with issues here in Egypt?
Actually, yes, it is very useful because we learn more about the outer politics, so we can apply it here in Egypt. We take the advantage from there and apply it here, and just trying to avoid the disadvantage, and we just trying to keep learning and more about the outer, because in the end of the day, the world is only a small village, so we have to know who is affecting us out there.
Right. This model brings the great tradition of democracy in the United Kingdom. Do you see benefits in learning from the democracy in the United Kingdom, or do you think that every country should create its own democracy, or there is democracy that is fit for this country that is not fit for another one?
Actually, the handbook that we gave you, democracy should put for each nation about its laws and the rights and the more political system and the conditions in this country. In this British democracy, we got like it is one of the oldest democracy all over the globe. So we learn the most basic things and know how they make their laws. And actually, they get that way that they getting first the bill and then the long process in the House of Commons to make finally the law.
Did that help you in understanding how would the role and the decision of the House of Commons affect policies concerning the Arab world and Egypt, and to what extent have you seen that, and would you tell us about such a thing or such an experience?
Yes, as I mentioned, the whole world affects each other. This is just a small village, so the decisions in the British House of Commons, the decisions in the Congress, the American Congress, they will affect us. Okay, but our part that we give them the right image about us, the right representation by the Egyptian, so they get the right idea about us.
Right, now after all the events that Egypt has been going through, and two revolutions, and the change of two regimes, and Egypt has been through a lot. So do you think that the awareness of Egyptian students in Cairo University have changed ever since you said that you have been participating in experiences like that? So do you think that people are going into experiences or models like the ones that you're holding now? Are they keen to participate? I mean, what are the reservations on this model?
Yes.
Would you like to elaborate?
Actually, after 2011, there's a great revolution in Egypt. We got more, the young people in particular got more keen on political status of Egypt, and on the outer side, they become more interested. But we gotta make that interest in the right way, put it in the right way, to not be just like it's a chaos or whatever. So we need to put it in the right way, allow them to participate in the models of Cairo University. We got like in our family or in our model, we got like 300 or more members and delegates and secretaries and high board. So the Egyptian people, we got like the most talented young Egyptian people in the whole world.
Now, Gina has mentioned voting. What other topics did you discuss?
other topics. Actually, we discussed the topic of the hour, the Brexit or the UK leaving the EU, the European Union. It was a conference topic. We learned more about this, and during the year we are discussing this, so we were not like surprised. Is the UK leaving the EU? We know the benefits of UK leaving the EU, the disadvantage of this. Also, we discussed the investigatory powers bill. Investigatory powers bill that's now represented by Theresa May. Theresa May is now the Prime Minister of the UK, the David Cameron resignation. We got like much more topics about economy, like the Eurozone, the European Union, the education, like I said, the private schools, the public schools. The illegal immigration is now a very huge topic in the whole European Union, not just the UK. So we discuss this and make our own bill. That bill is just like a legalization that makes us making a law or a resolution for this problem. So the Egyptian or the young people can actually get the solution of the Western community.
Right. Now that you have had a thorough look over one of the oldest and the best political systems, let's not say the best, but the oldest political systems in Europe, what are your reservations? I mean, how do you sum it up? Usually when we take a thorough look over a system, we take the best out of it and we leave what we could do better off without it. If you like to elaborate.
Okay.
What are the best things that you could pick it up for the political system in Egypt, and what couldn't be fixed?
Okay. Actually, their process for making laws, they have like a very long process in the making laws, so they cannot like miss a thing or whatever. They got like 3 stages, and then after the House of Commons approved the law or the bill, it goes to the House of Lords, then it goes to the Queen to sign. If the Queen didn't sign the bill, it will not become a law. So they got also very basics of the human rights. They treat the people in the right way, and also they got the voting. By the way, the UK from the European Union exit, it just happened by voting. So they left the matter to the people. That's I think that's what we are applying here in Egypt, but we gotta like learn their way.
But yet if this happens in Egypt, it's going to take a lot of time. I mean, taking this from one sector to another sector, then to the supreme utmost power who would sign it. We would call it bureaucracy here. How do you think they're executing all these papers? I mean, there might be another secret for this success behind, that hierarchy in power. I mean, which is executing and finishing all the governmental decisions in such a very little time, which is also could be taken on their side, and we should learn from it.
Yes, it takes actually a lot of time. The investigatory powers bill, for example, it takes more than a year, and till then it is just it didn't become a law. So this is a very long process, but it is accurate. In the end of the day, we need quality over quantity. We need, but the right way, they discuss this bill outside the House of Commons first to become like more agree on it, or more have their sides or their views on it, or agree on it.
So I'd like to ask about meeting the British ambassador. Would you just describe the meeting and what did he talk to you about? What was his feedback about your work on the British House of Commons?
Yes,
that he speaks good Arabic.
Yes, that's very true. He speaks Arabic. He is very, very funny. which brings the sport all over the place. Mr. John Casson is one of the most respectable representative here in Egypt. He talked about he talked with us about Egypt, the political status, the economical status. He took our point of view about the revolution in 2011 and 2013. We discussed the topics. Actually, he was the head of the discussion in our conference. He was just running the conference, and we stood up and debating in front of him, and he was very proud of us, and said that literally that Egypt will be better because it has very talented young people.
Right. And do you think that he has his own view of what suits the political system of Egypt, that does not suit it in the United Kingdom? I mean, how does that reflect on him as a British national?
As a British national, he sees that Egypt, he loves Egypt very much. He speaks Arabic, as you said. He's very keen
He knows the traditions also.
Yes, that's right. He knows the tradition. Even he listened to the Babylon music here in Egypt. He loves it so much, and he's very like getting into our community, not just like the other politicians that that settle their office and just keep watching the community from outside. But in the end of the day, he sees that the Egyptian parliament is one of the most respectful parliament in the world. But we need some editing or some more developed to make us more successful.
Well, Mr. Mohamed Saed Abbas, thank you very much for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I just want to thank Dr. Hala Said, the dean of the faculty, Dr. Shirin Shawarbi, Dr. Ahmad Abu Taha, Dr. Amira Quadros, and all the family of NBHC. Thank you guys for the great year. Thank you, Nile TV. I was so honored.
Thank you very much. And now it's time to look at a review by our colleague Dina Hawaida on female political participation, and we'll be back.